Welcome back. Hey, good morning. Well, it's noon. Good afternoon. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. I am finally able to shoot in my office. I finally got a Wi-Fi extender so that I have Wi-Fi in my office, but this is where I actually prefer to do tarot as opposed to my bedroom. So I hope you like it. So yeah, what's up, guys? I'm gonna do all the zodiac signs as usual, Aries through Pisces. And first, I'm gonna chat with you because I like to chat with you, and I hope you like to chat with me too. So I'm gonna shuffle my cards and chat and see what's up. I know like the sun is kind of not in the best place right now, but I can't help it. So who do I have in here? Hey, Lubu. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing good. Hey, Amy. Welcome back. So let me tell you guys something. Before I went live, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry. You want to know the best food, the best type of food in the whole world? And I'm not advertising this. This is not a paid endorsement. But I'm telling you what, chicken and a biscuit. I don't know why I love these things so much. They're terrible for you. I'm pretty sure there's like 1 million milligrams of sodium in these. Yep. Terrible for you, but dang if they ain't good. Good old chicken and a biscuit, you know? So like right before I went live, because I'm starving, it's lunchtime and it's Sunday, and I like to eat on Sundays. I'm like shoving them in my mouth, like, oh, these are so delicious. You ever had chicken and a biscuit? Okay. All right, then you know. That's where it's at. That's the good stuff. Anyways. Yep. Random thoughts. So I'm going to sage my cards while we talk, and I think I'm going to do the vice versa deck today because I haven't used that one in a while. And it used to be one of my favorites. So I think I'm going to use that one today and see what kind of energy we get out for ya. I need to be saged. Let me tell you, I've been a little special lately. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. And I'm gonna tell you and be honest with you because I cannot be the only one that is feeling this way. And I actually spoke with one of my friends last night. And if you're watching, what's up? I was on the phone till 3 a.m. Yeah. Okay, so I'm a night person anyways, but even that's late for me. Like 3 a.m. is really late. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna fall asleep at like 5 o'clock today. I'm gonna be ready for bed as soon as I get done going live. But yeah, I was on the phone just and I was talking to my friend, and I'm like, I just feel weird lately. I feel like I'm manic almost. Like can't sleep, can't sit still. My brain's going like 1 million freaking miles a minute, and my friend was like, dude, me too. I've been feeling the same exact way. And I was like, well, maybe it's something in the energy, or like, is there a planet in retrograde right now? Or has anybody else been feeling this way? I just said, I'm not bipolar, but I swear to God, I feel like I am this weekend. It's intense. Like, yeah. And even though I'm like really tired and I had a really long week, I have not slept. I have not been able to go to sleep at a decent time. And it's just because my brain won't turn off. My brain will not turn off. And last night I got so annoyed that I ended up calling a friend because I'm like, I can't sleep. My brain won't shut off. Like, what is the deal? Try being a Gemini sun, Sag moon, Gem rising. Hey, I feel ya. I'm an Aqua sun, I'm a Gem rising, and a Sag in my Venus. So we're not too far apart, B-Babs. I feel your pain. Yeah, it's just the nuts. Ugh. So, I don't know. I'm hoping for a good week. I'm hoping for this energy to leave so that I can feel calm again. I was in a really good place for a really long time, and so I was kind of disappointed that, because also when I get like that and my brain's going like 300 miles a minute, I get really toxic in the things that I think about, like things I should not be thinking about. And it just throws my whole energy off. So I don't know if anybody else is feeling that, but we're going to see, because I'm going to do all the Zodiac signs. And see, is this just a Dana thing or something's up? I know for a fact it's affecting Aquarius. And the friend that I was talking to last night is a Scorpio. So I know it's affecting those two signs for sure. Because my Scorpio friend was like, yeah, feeling it. Feeling it. I was like, thank God I'm not alone. Did you lose it at work last night, Amy? Sorry to hear that. You're a Scorpio and you feel it too. Okay, there you go. Affecting Virgo too. So this should be an interesting read then. So this feels like it's a universal shift or something. I don't know. But yeah. Yep. So I really haven't had much else going on. I told you guys about my story about Thanksgiving and Great Wolf Lodge, and now it's Christmas time. So I really need to get some shopping done. I was gonna go shopping on Monday because I had the day off, and then by the time I got done with all of my YouTube videos, I was like, nah. So I didn't end up going. So now I had to take another day off so that I could go shopping, because I didn't do it when I was supposed to do it. So this week I need to get my shopping done. I'm like one of those people that puts it off to like the very last minute. I'm like like the weekend before Christmas, I'm trying to like buy $700 worth of stuff, at the last minute, because I don't plan ahead. But not this year. No, I took Friday off, and I'm going to get it done. I'm going to get it done early. And also, this Friday is my sister's birthday. So if you're watching, Candace, I love you. Happy birthday. Really? The cards just went flying. My sister is a Sagittarius. She cracks me up. So, I don't think she's in here, but if she watches it later, happy birthday. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I was getting ready to get started right then, but my cards literally flew off of the table. So. Yeah, it's Sagittarius season. Maybe that could be why the energy feels so different. Like I said, I feel like manic, where I feel like I was kind of like in a hermit mode all of November. I just didn't care to like go out or do anything in November. And now, like as soon as December hit, now I'm like all over the place. Like what the heck? My Venus, which is how I love, is in the sign of Sagittarius. And so this should be an interesting month. For me. Just feel feisty, All right, so I'm going to go with the vice versa deck, and I'm going to clarify with the Gilded Tarot. And I'm going to go ahead and get started now. If you're new to me, welcome. Appreciate you. If you're returning, thank you. Also, don't forget you can click join and become a member, get extra readings. For example, I did a love reading for the weekend for all of the zodiac signs, and the only way you can view that is to become a member. So if you're interested, you can click the join button. Otherwise, you can subscribe totally for free. And if you have subscribed to me, thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I appreciate all your kind words, messages, emails. You know, you guys lift me up. So appreciate ya. We're going to start with Aries. Let me know if you like my new setup. Aries, you have the Two of Cups here. This is about partnerships, obviously. So the Two of Cups is also a soulmate type of connection. Okay, so you may have a very strong connection in your midst this week. Nice. All right. It could be intimate. It could be platonic. Don't forget you have lots of soulmates in life. So we will see. Actually, I want to do one of these. We will see, Aries. To me, this is also talking about like heartfelt connections in your heart chakra, and not just connection with others, but also connections with yourself, mind, body, spirit type of energy. Then you have the 8th house of intimacy. Okay, okie dokie, Aries. Some of you might be literally coming in contact with your soulmate, and it's a very intense type of energy. Okay, it can be a bit of a like secretive energy, so watch that. And this is highlighting the Kundalini energy, so you know what that means. You know. You might be feeling a little passionate, you know, this upcoming week, because intimacy is highlighted. All right, now on the on the negative side, this could talk about obsessions and stalking and, you know, taking that intensity too far. So that could be you or someone you're dealing with. Definitely watch that. Do not sign on the dotted line this week, FYI, if you're signing contracts or you know, anything that might bind you to a person, place, or thing. You want to be careful of that this upcoming week. Okay, so let's see. Aries. Oh goodness, you got the 7 of Swords out, Page of Pentacles. Okay, so I remember I said stalking energy, and then here's the 7 of Swords, which is, you know, liar, cheater, thief, stalking type of energy here. It's someone who's definitely covering something up. And what are they covering up? That they are, you know, wanting to start over, I feel, or have a new beginning. And, you know, that could be someone that you're dealing with, Aries, or it could just be this energy of you, I guess, like just not wanting to share with the world whatever it is that you're looking to begin with. Begin again. I want to say begin again. I don't know why. So let's get some more cards out and see. Oh, there's the Devil. Jesus. Okay, and then the Queen of Wands. Well, this got interesting. This is that energy I was telling you about, Aries, before I started the reading. This manic energy. All right, whether that's you or someone you're dealing with. So, 7 of Swords. Okay, Page of Pentacles. The Devil card, the Queen of Wands in the upright, and then the freaking Page of Swords in the reverse. All right. So I like that the Queen of Wands is in the upright because that's your energy. All right. I feel like, you know, like I said, be careful about any type of contractual agreement, okay? Because there's definitely not all the information being shown to you, okay? That's for a few of you. For the rest of you, it's this energy of, you know, wanting to kind of keep to yourself. I feel like you may be trying to ignore someone that is extremely, extremely toxic, or you feel a very strong connection with them, and it very well could be a soulmate, but I would say it's a karmic soulmate, meaning this is someone that there was a lesson to be learned within the dynamic, okay? You may feel bound to the situation or energetically tied to the situation, even though you're not really giving it your attention. I feel like especially if you're a female Aries, your back is turned to communicating, not wanting to communicate. But I do feel there's like a stalkerific energy here for sure. You could be dealing with someone that has obsessions with sex. You know, I don't mean to go there with it, but you got the devil and the intimacy house out. You know, if not that, then they just may be very attracted to you or obsessive in their thinking or have addictions or toxicities that they're dealing with. Any of those or all of those for some of you. And I feel like, yeah, you're wise to turn a blind eye to this. It's not that you don't know, it's just that you don't want to know, or something like that. And I think that Aries, it's important that you take the higher road this upcoming week. And I feel like strongly, if you're female, this is someone you're dealing with. If you're a male Aries, you could be dealing with a female that you have some sort of obsessive or toxic attraction to or obligations to. But there's definitely deceit going on here. Well, this is intense. I feel like this is really specific too. So like either it's for you or it's not. This is not one of those readings. Don't make this for you if it's not for you, because I feel like it's black and white. It's great. It's crazy because there is a soulmate energy here. But it's toxic as hell. I'm sorry. You know. And yeah. Be careful not to turn or I keep wanting to say a blind eye. I don't really know why. So it's like, be careful not to ignore the red flags, Aries. All right? Because some of you aren't seeing this and it's going on underneath the surface, and you're either not, some of you aren't willing to see this or don't want to see this. But someone here has addictions, codependencies. They got some ish they need to work out here. And like I said, for a few of you, it's got to deal with sex. You know? I mean, there's a picture of a stripper on this. So what did you say? How do we know this stuff isn't lies? Because that is the stupidest question I've ever been asked. And I don't mean to be rude to you, but how do you know if it's lies? You don't know what's going on in your own life. Either this is happening or it's not happening. What are you talking about? Sorry, someone in the chat. It's just, I don't mean to point you out, but you use your own intuition. I mean, like, if it resonates, it resonates. Well, I didn't, no offense to you either. And I shouldn't say there's no such thing as stupid questions, but you feel it. You either feel it or you don't, okay? This is not a private reading either. So if it was a private reading, that would be different. But in a general, either this is it will make complete sense to you. That's how you know. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sag, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Small possibility of Earth. Yep, I'm sorry. That's the only message I'm getting out. So I guess watch your back this week. It's an intense vibe, I feel, but Aries, just stay focused on yourself because I do feel like you are in the upright here. So it's not going to disturb your confidence, that's for sure. This is someone who knows their worth. So Aries, you know your worth. And also, don't get it confused, right? So just because someone is a soulmate connection, it doesn't mean that they're meant for you forever or that they're good for you. Okay, we have a lot of soulmates. Sometimes soulmates come in our life to teach us where to cross, where to place our boundaries. All right, teach us lessons about ourselves. So that was intense. Good luck with that, Aries. So this should be interesting. That's what we get to get us started. Taurus. Taurus, you have justice out, which is all about, obviously, getting justice. It's about keeping your integrity in place, staying balanced this week. So that's going to be important. Some of you might be dealing with a Libra or have Libra somewhere in your birth chart. And then you have the card of Sagittarius out. Certainly could be dealing with that sign as well, and or that's just the energy surrounding you. This is a very philosophical, independent type of energy. It's seeking your happiness. It's kind of like an adventurous vibe. Some of you might want to experiment with new things or, want to travel or thinking about that, okay? So I feel like you're ready for an adventure this week, all right? And regaining your balance as well, or, yeah. So, Taurus. The only thing I don't like about these cards is I don't like the way they shuffle, which is why I don't use them anymore. Taurus. So you have the Two of Pentacles here, Taurus. Then the Eight of Cups in the reverse. And then the Hangman. So, Taurus, I feel like, if you've been doing a lot of juggling, I think things will balance out this upcoming week. Some of you are having a hard time, walking away from things that have hurt you, or looking on opportunities that were missed or you feel were missed. But I feel like even though you may take a time out to see things from a different angle, you really want, I feel, to be, more unbridled, more independent and like breaking free of that energy. But I don't really see that happening in this week. So that's interesting. Oops. So let's see what that's about. Let's say 8 cups. The Nine of Swords in the reverse. Okay. And what's the Hangman? So, Taurus, I feel like, it's, it's like a sense of wanting to come out of your head, or like you're in this headspace where you're looking back on some of you, even childhood, you know, like as far back as that, like honestly. All right, like this person is looking back on something. All right, so I do feel like the past may make a return this upcoming week on a mental level, you know, rethinking things, seeing things from a different angle. And somehow, some way, by doing this, by taking this pause here, it is shifting the energy to bring balance to a situation or to your life, you know, because if you had been going back and forth or, you know, coming back around to the same thought, same idea, it's like asking you to look at it again and look at, you know, the circumstance differently, or I don't know, something needs to be looked at again. That's what I feel. And then the Empress in the reverse, which to me the Empress represents Taurus. So I just you're kind of in a closed off energy here, which is crazy because the overall energy was to be more adventurous, be more independent, be more outgoing, but I feel like you don't want to. Well, Taurus, you're a fixed sign, you know, so nobody's going to force you to do anything you don't want to do. But I feel like, you know, some of you are taking a time out because you're planning to do that in the future energy, but not this week, okay? Or, you know, I feel like just a very closed off vibe. I'm sorry. It's not a bad thing. It's just, you know, it's like putting things on pause, I feel. You know, it's a very reflective energy. All right. Yeah. 4 cups. Well, let me tell you this. If you're dealing with a Taurus, you are not going to force your Taurus to do anything this upcoming week that they don't want to do. Period. Not that you could ever force a Taurus to do anything other than what they want to do, because that's what makes you a Taurus. But it's a very reflective state, okay? Especially if you've been feeling like kind of blah. Like the energy is encouraging you to get out, but I don't feel you listening to that this week. For whatever reason that is. Could be dealing with air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Libra, Sagittarius is here, possibly another Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Or that could just be the energy around you. And this always reminds me of Aquarius, even though it's the Empress in this deck. Interesting. Taurus. All right. Give me 1 second. Wow. Sorry, I've got some trolls in here. I'm sure you guys already saw that. I've seen that name before, though, of whoever the troll is in here. Anyways, that was Taurus. Gemini. Gemini, I skipped you last time. I'm so sorry about that. Felt bad about it. My brain is just a little off today, probably because I stayed up so late. Just, yeah. All right. Gemini, some of you might be on the cusp of Taurus or have a Taurus that you're dealing with. The Hierophant is out. For others of you, this is just the energy around you. And this card, the Hierophant, talks about blessings and recognizing your blessings and being grateful for them. And sometimes in life that gets hard to do, especially when we feel like things are weighing us down or we're feeling heavier than usual. It's hard to see the blessings sometimes, you know. So this is a reminder to stop and show gratitude this upcoming week. Now, the other card that you have out is Uranus, and it's talking about a revolutionary type of energy. And I think you got this last week, actually. This is about originality and insight and awakening, you know, yourself and your third eye. It is a freeing type of energy, but it can be quite erratic. You know, it's a very unpredictable energy. Okay. So I feel like your brain might be quite erratic this upcoming week, and I feel you there, you know. So we'll see what that's about. Then you have Judgment. Now, I like this depiction of judgment, okay? So this is being vulnerable, okay? And being freed from constraints or freed from judgment or freed from what someone else thinks. So I feel like, Gemini, if you have not been feeling that, then that energy is here. It's going to call for you to be vulnerable, and that may be uncomfortable to you, okay? But at the same time, you know, exposing that vulnerability is being encouraged this upcoming week. And I don't think that's something that comes easy to Geminis, because I feel like even though you're a very communicative sign and you have no problem sharing your thoughts and ideas with people, when it comes to emotional issues or really deep type of feelings, then I feel like, you know, as an air sign and as a fellow air sign and Gem rising, I get it. That's not like always the strong suit, right? Like that's not always something that comes natural. You know, you like to be the advice giver, not the one getting advice. And so I think it might be hard to, you know, put yourself out there like that. Oh, geez, here's the 7 of Swords. Might be dealing with Aries. They had that as well. Then the 9 of Swords. Oh my gosh, Gemini. Gemini. Oh, sweetie darling. So here you are, yes, stuck in your own mental prison. Why? You know, some of you, that's what I was talking about. It's like covering up, not wanting to be vulnerable. The 7 of Swords is here, yes, and I'll clarify it, but I feel this is more of like covering up how deep in your head you are, or how chaotic things are right now for you, just feeling like you can't escape your emotions or you can't escape your thoughts, and it's a very intense vibe I'm feeling here. And then the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Some of you are definitely dealing with a freaking Aries. You don't have to be, though. It's a general read. So turning your back to that, turning your energy is very closed off, I feel. So what I've done, 3 zodiac signs now, and all similar messages. See what I told you? I felt like a universal shift this week. So this is, yeah, being closed off, not wanting to be vulnerable, not wanting to share what you're thinking, being quiet. Oh, if a Gemini gets quiet on you, you better run. you better run. If you're dealing with your Gemini and your Gemini's like quiet on you, that's a problem. Okay. And then what? Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands in the reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So I do feel like there is something coming back around to be looked at. And I'll tell you this too, Gemini. You could be dealing with someone, or this could be you, take it as it resonates, that does not want their BS to be revealed. All right. But I feel like it's going to come to the surface this week. All right. And it might be surprising. Not for you, I don't feel. For this person. Like if they get called out, you know? I feel like if there has been someone here that is not been on the up and up, not a truthful person, you know, and they're offering you another opportunity or wanting to cooperate or, you know, embark on a new path or whatever this may be, I feel like you're going to turn your back to it. Especially if you're a female Gemini. If you're a male Gemini, I hate to break it to you, but you might be the sneaky, you might be the sneaky one. The one that's not telling the truth, you know. But it's a general reading, so it can be either or. Dang, this is going to be a juicy week, y'all. Which is kind of frightening. You know? I just feel like if you're not dealing with another person, then Gemini, it's a sense of just not wanting to be vulnerable. You know? Some of you may have a new beginning here that you're not ready to launch or are keeping secret just for the time being until the timing is better. I feel like the timing is off this week. So if you were thinking about launching anything new or taking a new opportunity on, I feel like you might want to wait on that. And so to go back to the overall energy, what was the overall message? And that was to be grateful for where you're at and what you have, and might be very good advice to turn your back on this type of energy or these type of people or person, at least this week. So like I said, could be Aries, Leo, Sag here, Taurus, Libra, could be Aquarius or another Gemini, Aries again. And I have the song Unsteady by the Ambassadors in my head yet again. That song has come out for like many, I would say like 3 or 4 Zodiac sign readings now. And I cannot get that song out of my head. In fact, I just recently added it to my Spotify because I couldn't get it out of my head. And I figured if I'm going to hear it all day, then I might as well like hear it out loud. But it's Unsteady. Approach a peak. It's hard to fight when you feel like flying. If you love me, don't let go. No. If you love me, don't let go. Cause I'm a little unsteady. It's a good song. All right. Cancer. Cancer, you have the Two of Pentacles out, which talks about juggling in this deck. And then, let's see what else you get out. So this also talks to me about vacillation, and it also reminds me of the infinity symbol of, you know, it's just like a never-ending loop, right? Some of you might be looping Others of you, you might just be having things pulling you in two different directions this upcoming week, or multiple priorities that you need to pay attention to. And yeah. Then you have the energy of Pisces here. Some of you could be dealing with the Pisces, and or this is just the energy around you. This is all about imagination, healing, empathy. It is kind of like a dreamy energy. It's a very spiritual, emotional, escapist type of energy. So some of you might want to go on an escape this week, or just escape, obligations or responsibilities if you've had a lot on your plate, and like have a timeout. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I feel here. Oh my gosh, the Seven of Swords again. And you saw me shuffle them, right? Thankfully, the Seven of Swords is in the reverse for you, Cancer. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini, or have that in your chart, or Aries, because Aries got that too. Then the Six of Wands. So this is looking a little bit better for you than Gemini, but similar energy. And then the World card in the reverse. No, in the upright. So there's definitely going to, I keep hearing the song lyrics, approach, appear, from the song I just told you about, which is Imagine Dragons. Approach, appear. I don't know why. The Seven of Swords in the reverse is, things coming to light that were hidden, or information that you were missing. Now you have the information, or coming out of hiding, okay? And I feel like this is positive because it's paired with the Six of Wands. So I feel like it's kind of going from, like I said, an obligatory energy to a more celebratory energy, and feeling on top of the world again, especially if you hadn't been in more of a emotional state. I feel this week will bring you an opportunity to escape that, maybe even just for a moment, but I feel that energy here. Mm-hmm. What's the Seven of Swords? King of Pentacles in the reverse. Three of Pentacles. World. And the Hanged Man. All right, so I feel like, yes. Okay, there's two different ways I'm going to read this. Cancer, if you have been, feeling unsteady, because that song is still in my head, or like in an emotional state where maybe you weren't feeling grounded, I feel you're definitely coming out of that energy. You're coming out of that juggling energy and having a chance to get some recognition, or celebrate, or move forward, and it turns into a cooperative energy where you can build again, or things start to build up again. And I feel like, if you had been on a pause, then you're going to come out of that energy as well. So in that respect, I like that. But some of you are dealing with another person, and it could be air or earth. It really could be any zodiac sign, because this is general reading. But, this person is not grounded. They do things behind your back, I feel, and I would watch it, with this person. I would be very cautious about what you trust this person with. Because I feel like, with the King of Pentacles in the reverse here and the Seven of Swords in the reverse, it's a yucky energy. It's a yucky vibe. I hate to break it to you. So I feel like caution there, especially if you're dealing, like I said, with earth or air. I feel like you may not even be aware that it's going on because your focus might be elsewhere, and like moving forward in a good way, trying to focus on the positive, and building yourself up. But be careful who you allow into your bubble, is what I'm saying to you. So don't be trying to offer cooperation to someone that's going to steal your ideas or that's not trustworthy or not stable, Cancer. So that's the caution this week. Because I feel like you're not really able to see it for what it really is yet. Because also the Pisces mystic type of energy card is somewhat of like a veil. It's like kind of seeing what we want to see and not what we need to see. And so be careful, like, that you don't see it for what it is, So I have air here. Like I said, earth could be fire. Aries and Gemini had this same card. Pisces. Yeah. Whew, I have restless leg syndrome, FYI, in case you're ever wondering, like, why I'm always bouncing up and down. I cannot help it. But, and it doesn't always bother me, but like today, I'm really, really wired. And so, FYI, my leg is going crazy right now. I hate it. I don't know what that it has nothing to do with your reading, Cancer. But I feel, I almost called you Gemini. I'm going to blame it on the Gemini reading. Yeah. I feel anxious right now. But yeah, I know there's things you could take for restless leg syndrome. I just don't want to. I don't know. I never want to take medicine unless I absolutely have to. I'm the worst. I just I'm very non-compliant. So Leo. Let's see what you got. Leo, you have the Two of Cups, okay? Aries had this as well. Soulmate energy here in your presence. It's talking about partnership, soul connections, whether that be intimate or platonic. It's about feeling, a spiritual connection with someone or having your heart chakra opened this upcoming week. And then you have Sagittarius energy here. Whoa! Didn't somebody else get this combination? All these readings are so similar. Taurus, I think, got that. Could be dealing with any of those signs or Sagittarius. Going to be different for all of you, or it's just the energy around you. This is a very independent vibe, Leo. It's a very adventurous type of energy. It's wanting to, get out there, use your creative abilities. Some of you might want to travel or be thinking about planning travel. It's a very enthusiastic energy, so I like that. So let's see. Wow, that was easy. All right. 8 of Pentacles. 9 of Cups. I don't like the 9 of Cups in this deck, and I'll tell you why in a minute. The High Priestess and the 4 of Cups in the reverse. So, Leo, I feel like the Eight of Pentacles here is talking about, wanting to work on your emotional satisfaction, all right? Some of you definitely have a spiritual connection in your midst this upcoming week. It might be someone that is also very highly intuitive, and or you are, and you feel that connection, like I said. And it could be that you're at a physical distance from this person for some of you, and for others of you, it's an emotional distance. I feel like I don't like that the Nine of Cups is in the middle of this, because this is a very smug energy in this deck. This is a jealous energy as well. So that could be you or the person you're dealing with. Or there could be someone on the outskirts, Leo, of your partnership, if you're in a partnership, that has this smug, jealous energy here. So we will clarify that. Yeah. Man, everybody's getting this same message. If there has been, let me tell you, this is for really all of the zodiac signs, okay? If you have anyone that is a lurker, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be aware of that this upcoming week, I feel. All right, because a lot of you have this lurker type of energy in your readings, and it's weird. It's kind of giving me the heebie-jeebies. And then the Six of Cups in the reverse. Star card at the bottom of the deck. It's Aquarius energy there. So, Leo, I feel like, okay, yeah, it's I feel like you're putting your energy into building yourself up or working on your craft. You have, when it comes to like career and studies or things that you're interested in, you've done well enough to do all of your research that now you're going from the student to the teacher. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. Some of you might be doing apprenticeships or, like I said, teaching someone something this upcoming week. All right, and I feel like that's come full circle. That's good and all. Okay, that's over there. But here's this other energy here, this nine, the smug energy, and it's paired with the Justice card in the reverse. Someone feels like they didn't get justice in a situation here, and they're not happy about that or not happy with you. And I feel like this is kind of a lurker energy here. It's yeah. And I feel like if you are building yourself up and focusing on emotional fulfillment, you've got someone here that is not necessarily Team Leo. You know what I'm saying? Like, this person feels like you stole something from them almost. It's, they're very unbalanced in their energy. Or it could be you know. So there's like many different ways I can read this, and you could be in all of these groups or one of these groups. Some of you, this is a person on the outskirts of a partnership that you're in that is not happy for your happiness. And this could be someone who's physically distant from the situation that somehow there's past history with. Okay. Or it could be you that's not happy for someone else's happiness. Okay, so you can flip that either way. For others of you, you have a very spiritual, strong connection here with someone that brings you emotional fulfillment. But for whatever reason, there's an emotional distance here. And I don't see that situation necessarily coming together this week. I feel like there's imbalances. And someone wants to be right over happy in this dynamic, I feel. Yeah. I could probably keep going with this set of cards because there's more messages here. But I honestly, Leo, your readings have been so complex lately. But yeah, I feel like either you have someone here, and I feel it's a masculine energy, but it could be male or female, it could be a masculine female, that's not happy for your happiness. If you're a masculine Leo, it certainly could be you. So could be dealing with Sagittarius, Aries, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Small possibility of an earth sign. That was Leo. All right. Virgo. Oh. Yeah, 250 in here. All right. That's what's up. Give me a thumbs up. Also, if you click join for as little as 99 cents a month, if you click join while I'm live, your name will show up like in a super chat and I could give you a shout out. Just FYI if you're interested in that. But otherwise, thank you for coming. Please do like, share, and subscribe. All right. So, Virgo, you have the World card here, which is about success. Yay. I like that. To me, the World card always talks about chapters closing, things coming full circle, endings and beginnings, and a successful completion of a lesson or a chapter, like I said. And then you have Taurus energy here, which in this deck talks about the bombshell. Could be dealing with the Taurus or have that somewhere in your chart, or it's just the energy around you. It's a very earthy, practical energy, a very productive energy. So I like that for you, Virgo. It is kind of like a pleasure-seeking vibe, a bit of a sensuous energy. So nothing wrong with that, right? It's talking about patience as well and being deliberate with your actions. So we'll see where this is going. Then you have the Seven of Cups. Okay. Three of Pentacles. Page of Swords. I don't like that. So I feel like if there was confusion, Virgo, you're seeing things very clearly, okay? And, you know, it might be a bit of an aggressive energy this week, okay? You could be aggressive, or you could be dealing with someone that's kind of aggressive. I feel like you're interested in building up your success and building up yourself and being cooperative. It's like, eureka, you know, or I know, you know, like it's kind of like a light bulb turning on this upcoming week, Virgo, about who's in your social circle as well, and who you can trust, who you can't trust, and who you want to build with and who you don't want to build with. And if they don't fit the bill, they're about to be cut the F off. That's how I feel, because this Page of Swords ain't messing around, all right? No. Oh, my computer died. Hold on a second. Sorry. Had another person in the chat not behaving. So I want to clarify this for sure and see what the Page of Swords is about. I don't like the Page of Swords. It's someone who doesn't think before they talk. It's someone who is blunt and brash, and that certainly could be you. But it's more of an air energy, so we'll see. Then you have the Magician, the Moon card in the reverse. So, yeah, that's that illumination I was talking about. And I'm going to show you the cards next to each other. You can see what I mean. And then the Eight of Pentacles here. You see how both have illuminations? So I feel like, you know, if there has been any confusion about where you stand with someone, you're going to see that really clearly. All right. I feel like you are manifesting success this week, which is amazing. You know, building up, definitely. A lot of work focuses, a lot of money focuses. If that's not where your focus is, that's where you need to be putting it, on your studies, on your work, seeing that for what it is. But I feel like a lot of you are working on that, you know. But like, watch being too cutting, you know, because I feel like at the end of the week, you might lose your temper here. I think, you know, or you might say something without thinking it all the way through, you know. So be careful with that. Others of you, you could be dealing with someone, particularly in the workplace, but doesn't have to be, where there's definite secrets coming out, and it puts this person on the defense because, you know, it's a very confrontational vibe, I feel. It's a very protective energy, Virgo. So, yeah, I feel you're going to be very protective over what you're working on, what you are building up. And like, I feel like if you're a cross watcher for a Virgo, you might want to watch it because they'll cut you this week. You know? Or, yeah. So it could be dealing with the air sign: Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Pisces. Small possibility of Scorpio, Cancer. Yes. Oh, you think I look like Wonder Woman? That's what I was for Halloween. I think I just read someone in the comments say that I was Wonder Woman. I take that as a compliment. Thank you. All right. Libra, ADD. Let's see what you got going on, Libra. Libra, you have the Two of Cups. Get out of town. All right, Libra, Two of Cups. A lot of you are dealing with some soulmates this upcoming week. Who else had this? Leo had this, and Aries could be dealing with those or have that in your chart somewhere. And then I just noticed this card flew out, and it's the King of Swords, and it came out in the reverse, and it was it's speaking about decisions, so I'll keep that one, see what that's about. So interesting, Libra. Obviously, the Two of Cups is about partnerships, connections, soulmate connections, spiritual connections, etc. All being highlighted for you this upcoming week. Really. And then you have the second house of assets, which is all about your material world, your finances, your talent, your values, all that good stuff. So some of you, your assets might be tied to your partner, you know, especially if you're in a marriage, obviously. If not, then it talks about partnerships that can help you grow yourself, your assets, your material world, and making those connections this upcoming week, I feel. See, you know what? For Virgo's reading, I was totally chill. Now I'm on Libra's reading, and my leg is shaking again. Now I feel restless again. What's with the air signs this week, y'all? Come on. So now you have the Fool energy, and then here's your card, Libra, but it's in the reverse. That could be where that anxiousness is coming from there. Because Libra, when you don't feel balanced, when you don't feel on top of things, that does something to you as an air sign, right? You know, and I feel like you may not have all of the information here in order to make a leap or make a change or go for what you want just yet, okay? And that's kind of impeding your ability to make any decisions this week, right? Then you've got the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Ah! Who else had this? Gemini? All right. Okay, so Libra, I feel like you want the good or the bad first. On a plus side, you have a soulmate connection here and the ability to kind of take a leap into something more stable, like a celebratory energy, you know, like a coming together, a union or a partnership, all right? There's an opportunity for either a new partnership or a new beginning here within one. That's the good news. The bad news is something's not, you know, there is this not feeling justice, okay? Whether that's you or someone you're dealing with, and it could be another Libra you're dealing with, or a Scorpio for some of you. But for others of you, it's just, it's like refusing to give closure, whether that's you doing it or someone doing that to you. It's a need for things to change and transform, and it's not happening. Why? And then you have the King of Pentacles here with the Sun card. Could be dealing with an Earth sign or Leo for some of you. And this is, you know, paying close attention to your assets. And yet at the same time feeling unstable in that energy. It's an unavailable type of energy here. So I feel like, here's the thing, Libra. Happiness is never going to be found in the material world. No possession, no house, no car, no amount of money, no job title, no promotion is ever going to give you complete fulfillment, because that's not where complete fulfillment comes from. It's something that comes from within your soul. And you access that by honoring what you feel. If you don't feel happy, you honor that and figure out why so that you can process it and then make a different decision. And I feel like that's not been happening either with you or someone you're dealing with. Like instead, it's just like trying to fill that space or fill that void with something else. And it throws everything off of balance, and it doesn't give closure to a situation that needs closure or something inside of you that needs closure. Okay? So I feel like, yeah, that's what's up. That's either you or someone you're dealing with. But I feel that yeah. So for some of you, if you have a soulmate partnership and it's like a situation where you share assets, I feel like somehow that also creates barriers. You know, maybe you're not on the same page with how the expenditures should go or how things are paid or something as mundane as that, you know. For others of you, you have a decision between love or money, you know, or comfort or something to do with that. And until you make the decision that's in most alignment with where your emotions and your spirit truly lies, the situation will remain unbalanced without change. Because this person's turning their back on the sun. Well, what would you do that for? Unless you didn't know that your happiness is not over there. It's not over there. It's not with that person. It's not with that thing. You know, somebody's not come to that realization yet. And like I said, this could be you or someone you're tied to. So, yeah. Could be laying to rest is what I just popped into my mind. Something needs to be laid to rest. Okay. Could be doing with Aries, Scorpio, Leo, Libra, Cancer, Aquarius, Gemini, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Okay. Hold on one second. I heard someone come in my room. And I cannot concentrate when there are other people in the room. So, give me one moment. That was Libra. Okay. So, I keep looking over here and I keep seeing these darn chicken and the biscuits, and I really want to eat them. I don't know why. Chicken and a biscuit. So, yes. Sorry about that. What are you talking about, Amy? Is there a stalker in here? Yeah, cheese whiz. That'll make it better. This is why my cholesterol's up. Chicken and a biscuit and cheese whiz. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, Liz. Welcome. All right. Sorry. Scorpio. I always feel like if someone's brand new to me and they've never watched my channel before and they come to my lives as one of their first experiences, they're probably like, what in the hell is this? So I'm so like all over the place and ADD. I don't know. With my chicken and a biscuit. Anyways, Scorpio. I had a visitor. Oh yeah, there's someone in my room. Okay. Is that what you thought when you first came? You were probably like, what is going on here? Oh well. Those who are part of my tribe will naturally connect with me. And if not, I'm just not for you. That's okay. All right, Scorpio. You have the Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which is like past history, support. In this deck, it talks about support, but I always see it as past history. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles come out on the table, and that is, in this deck, it talks about vision, but I always see Seven of Pentacles as something you've invested time and energy into, and just kind of waiting to see, like, what's going to come of that, right? OMG. Sagittarius. Why is that? You know what? It is Sagittarius season. That could be why I keep getting this card. Some of you might be dealing with a Sag. For others of you, this is just the energy. So this is, like I said, a very independent vibe, a very enthusiastic vibe. You might be putting yourself out there more than you have been, you know, or needing to. This energy is the blunt, cold truth too, because let me tell you, Sagittarius energy brings a lot of honesty, and if you've ever dealt with a Sag, then you know that, but that's what I feel here. It's kind of like an experimental type of energy, and I like it. It's a pleasure-seeking type of vibe, but on the negative side, be careful it doesn't become like risk-taking, and it can also become like a self-righteous type of energy, so watch that. Some of you have a vision, you know, about where you want to go, and you put the time and energy in, and now you're ready to go, you know, but there might be some challenges this week. You got the Five of Wands out. Something might challenge that energy here, or you might be challenging yourself to continue to build on what you've been building on, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? Then the Ace of Wands in the reverse, but in this deck, even the reversal is good, I feel. Lots of fire energy here, Scorpio, and then you have the Sun in the reverse. Goodness gracious. Leo energy here now. If you're dealing with a fire sign in particular, it doesn't have to be. It could be Earth as well. It could be any sign. You better watch it, because there's something to brew in here, and you might get into a very large conflict with this person, okay? So it was like, you know, don't say anything you're going to regret later, right? If that is the case. For others of you, it's like, you know, I can't... Like, I keep getting, like, it's like in a video game. This is what I keep hearing in my head, and what I keep thinking. It's like, you know the video game where, like, Mortal Kombat, that's what it is. and like, they announce the component, and they're like, all right, now we battle, you know? That's what I feel. That's what keeps coming into my head. Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat. So, you're definitely not in an energy that's going to back down. No. Not this week. Okay? Your passion is controlling the situation, all right? Especially if you have Sagittarius in your chart. Then your libido, for lack of a better word, might be controlling your decision making during this upcoming week. So watch that, because I feel like it could work against you here. Some of you are having a lot of conflicting feelings and some of you battle with depression, or you're dealing with somebody that battles with depression. Because there's sadness here. So let me go a little bit further into it. That's it. Finish him. That's what kept coming in my head. Like from Mortal Kombat. Finish him. Oh, shoot. 3 of Swords. Okay. 8 of Cups. 9 of Swords in the reverse. What is the deal? 7 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Some of you are dealing with a Gemini because they got that. Or another air sign. But like I said, I see multiple zodiac signs here. Scorpio. This anger that you're feeling, or you might feel, or whatever explosion this is coming from a place of hurt. And I do find that the sign of Scorpio generally uses anger to cope with hurt. You know, like that's where you get your famous reputation for your stinger, right? It's like when a Scorpio feels hurt, the first thing they want to do is lash out. So some of you are coping with, you know, that with anger, and actually you need to walk away from that behavior, and that's what it's asking you to do. It is like, if you feel challenged, it's like you're best to just walk away from the situation, okay? Rather than let it erupt this week, all right? I feel like there's a sense of isolation and sadness and despair. Oh, I hate this. And it certainly could be you, or it could be someone you're dealing with. It's just like it's like it's a major introverted type of energy here. I feel like if this has been your energy, instead of bottling it all up, what it's calling you to do is to take that and let it make you, like, instead of letting it make you self-righteous, let it make you stronger and more independent. Also, I feel like if you want to break up this energy, then get out, get moving, you know, try something new, try new foods. Like, sometimes you got to go out and seek new adventures, right? All right? Because if you're stuck in your head or stuck bottling these emotions up, especially if you've been hurt, it's going to erupt in a really nasty way. All right? Because I do feel that there is like a covering up here of that. Vice versa, you could be dealing with someone like that, you know, that's hurt, that wants to challenge you, you know, come at you, or they are challenging to you, but, you know, there needs to be a walking away of that. These are heavy readings. I'm sorry, guys. These are heavy readings. It's so interesting. What I find interesting about this Scorpio is you find it challenging to walk away from a situation or a person that hurt you, even though it doesn't bring you happiness. Maybe because you had a vision for the way you thought it was going to be, or you put time and energy, you actually put effort into it or something. Yeah. Or like I said, they, you. The energy can always be changeable. And this is so heavy that I'm going to clarify this for you. I'm sorry. I almost feel like I want to pull a whole different, like this, a whole different deck. Yeah, Six of Cups in the reverse, not coming back together. You have the Six of Cups. Some of you, this is someone you have a lot of past history with, or it's like a soulmate connection, but it's distant from you, whether physically distance or emotional distance there. And it's almost like, well, shit, right? Oh my gosh, the Seven of Swords came out again, even though I put it back. Covering that up, repeating a cycle. Gosh, you're getting ready to repeat the cycle all over again. Or you keep looping on it, you keep coming back to it in your heart and your mind. Okay, so I'm trying to clarify it to get better messages, and I just keep getting more of the same. Two of Swords, being closed off, not having all the information, shutting your intuition off. If you had a spiritual connection with this person or an intuitive connection, I feel like you're shutting that down. You're shutting that off. You want to shut that off, or something to do with that. It's just like, I'm going to sit out here on this wet freaking rock and close off. Okay, whether that's you or the person you're dealing with, they're shutting off. They're closing off. They've closed off. Oh. All right, I gotta move on. I was trying to get more messages and I just kept getting more of the same. King of Swords, Five of Cups. It's the same story. So, somebody does not want to feel what they need to feel or say what they need to say in this situation here. And that's why it keeps perpetuating this cycle. All right, so it's getting deeper and deeper, so I'm going to move on. But could be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I have Leo here. I have Sagittarius here as well. Possible water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or Aries. All right. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, I better get a good reading for you because it's your birthday. And how old are you on this day? I sang happy birthday to you in your December reading if you watched it. Yeah. All right. So I've been listening to Miley Cyrus all weekend. Don't judge me. Miley Cyrus is a Sagittarius, right? And my Venus is in Sagittarius. So even though I'm an Aquarius, when it comes to love, I'm real feisty, like a Sag. And she had a new song that came out, and I was watching her on YouTube, and I'm like, she's a total Sag. She is a total Sag. Like, the song was My Mother's Daughter, and she has such a stage presence, and like her or hate her, she has a very unique voice. I've always thought her voice was very unique. But the song is, don't fuck with my freedom. Maybe I'm my mother's daughter. Hallelujah. I'm a witch, hallelujah. If you haven't heard that song, it's a good song. My Mother's Daughter by Miley Cyrus. Anyways, I love all music. If you don't like her, whatever, then don't go listen to it. But that song has been in my mind for you, Sagittarius, so go check it out. You have out the Devil, the Six of Cups, and the Five of Cups. What the what? And then you have Virgo energy out. So some of you could be dealing with a Virgo, Capricorn, or water sign. Scorpio just had this. Could be Pisces or Cancer. So the Devil in this card, Sagittarius, talks about freedom, which is an interesting, interpretation of that energy, right? And then the Six of Cups is all about, like I said, past history or support, and then sadness. Some of you want to break the chains of the past, past regrets, past losses. You want to break the chains of being tied to that energy because it's a very heavy energy, I feel. And that might be something that you're focusing on this upcoming week. Some of you may have a toxic connection here with someone that you have a lot of past history with as well. So, and then you have the Virgo energy out, which is all about looking at your rituals. It's so funny because this card literally says the word witch in it, and the song by Miley Cyrus, that's the lyric. I'm a witch, hallelujah. I knew that song was for you, Sag. But this is about looking at your rituals, your health, being dutiful with your health. You might be doing some cleanses, or you might benefit from a cleanse, whether that's physically or spiritually, actually. Watch any nervousness this upcoming week, that could be an issue. I feel like it's kind of a solitary energy, kind of wanting to be in your own headspace almost, all right? So then you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and then the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, which is better than in the upright. Some of you have fought really, really hard to let go and have a new beginning, or you're in the process of purging that, because this is someone who's fought, and now they're tired. You're not wanting to fight anymore, wanting to surrender to that energy. And so caution with that, if your emotions are very intense this week, not that you shouldn't feel them, you should feel them, but don't become a prisoner to them, but it's like not having the energy to like deal with that or something. I like that the Ace of Pentacles is here, so it's almost like once you allow those defenses down, or you go into this energy of like not wanting to be combative or fight for it or whatever this is, then here comes a new opportunity, right? Because you've let go, and now you can bring in. And it's so funny because one of the other lyrics of that song is "Don't F with my freedom," and look at that, as I say, freedom. So let's see what this new opportunity here is about. Five of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. So Sagittarius, there's another opportunity coming around. Maybe an opportunity you thought was missed even. But I feel like, are you going to grab it or not? Because you might be so focused on something that was lost that you don't see it. All right, because you got your back turned to it. You got your defenses up. Feeling very guarded, I feel. It's like an emotional protection, I feel. But at the same time, it keeps you bound by doing that. So, like I said, needing to purge. Knowing that you have support around you. If you need that support, ask for it. Because Sagittarius, also, you are not very good at asking for help when you need it. Which is a well-known fact about Sagittarius, you know. So don't miss an opportunity to take someone up on that if you need it, all right? Now, others of you are dealing with a toxic person from the past that feels like they lost the battle. And though they're willing to let go, they're also somewhat still waiting for another opportunity to come around. All right? But I feel like you are embodying that song. Don't F with my freedom. Don't F with my freedom. I came here to get me some. Guess I'm just my mother's daughter. Yeah. That's the song I feel for you. You could be dealing, obviously, with Capricorn or Virgo, possibility of a Taurus. Like I said, Scorpio got this 6 of Cups here. Could be any of the fixed elements, Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio. Could be another fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. Yep. All right, Capricorn. Okay. Capricorn. Sorry about that. Somebody video called me in the middle of me being live. Okay, that's annoying. They just called me again. What the heck? Like, obviously I declined your call. So why would you call me again? And they're calling via Facebook video, which I didn't even know you could do. But apparently, because it's hooked to the internet, every time they call, it kicks me off my live. Rude. It's one of my friends. You know what's crazy? Here we're talking about the past. It's one of my friends from the past. I haven't talked to them in years. And honestly, if I wasn't live, I probably would have answered the call. But how weird is that? We're just talking about it, and my Venus is in Sag. Weird. All right. All right, so Capricorn, back to you. They probably need money. Oh, I hope not. Capricorn, there's the 2 of Pentacles here. The juggling energy, vacillation energy, could be dealing with the Cancer because they had that card as well. On the positive note, I always see the 2 of Pentacles as being capable of taking on a lot. On the negative side, it also can represent having too many balls in the air, right? And therefore not being able to really make any progress because you're juggling too much. So we'll see what this energy is all about. And then you have complexity that came out, and then the 8th house of intimacy. Aries had this one. So this is about, you know, some complications, contradictions, clashes, missing your mark. So that's what I was saying earlier. If you're juggling too much, then that is most definitely a possibility that you'll miss the mark, you know, or have to make adjustments later. So be careful, you know, that you're having all the information or not acting now and then having to fix it later, you know what I'm saying? And then what's also interesting is the eighth house of intimacy came out. It was kind of like a side note. And this is about contracts as well. So like I said, be careful that you don't later have to come back to something because maybe you didn't have all the information the first time, or you know, did something out of impulse or irritation and now you've got to correct it. Okay? This is also talking about intensity and that Kundalini energy that I felt for Aries. So it's tapping into your more erotica side, your intimacy, your intimate side, you know. Okay. And the negative aspect, this could talk about obsessions, stalking, the underworld, you know. The, what is that called? The passe, risque, you know. So we'll see. All right, Capricorn. So you have the Knight of Wands, the Five of Wands, and then the Ace of Swords. Okay, so Scorpio, and then I looked down, Scorpio's at the bottom of the deck, had the Five of Wands too. Some of you, it could be a Scorpio that you're dealing with. I feel like there is that challenging energy here. Now, it's not to the degree that it was when I did Scorpio, but it is still here, this challenging type of vibe, right? This is an eruption of it. This is kind of like more of a pettiness. So you might have some petty people in your life or petty squabbles this week, all right? I feel like you're in a take charge attitude, take action oriented attitude, okay? Just be careful you don't take on too much and that you have all the information, like I said before. I feel like there is clarity to be had, you know, and to me, I also feel like there's someone here that wants to be right. It's a right fight. That's what it is. You know, have you ever met, like, I feel like kind of like a know-it-all energy, you know? Like you could be dealing with someone like that, or for some of you, you could think you know it all, but you don't know, you know? But you're about to find out, you know, what you didn't know. Then you have the Magician here. I like that energy. Then you have the Five of Cups here. And 10 of Cups, 5 of Swords in the reverse. Someone's going to choose to be happy over right. Hallelujah. Yep. 6 of Swords. So if there's petty squabbles this upcoming week, Capricorn, then it, you know, there'll be regret tied to it. You know, the 5 of Cups is here. You have 1, 2, 3 5s. And fives represent change and conflict. And so definitely watch that. It could be a very complex week. You want to choose your words carefully. You want to make sure that you're not just trying to be right, that you're actually, you know, taking the higher road or doing what makes sense. The good news is you have the ability to manifest this week, to take action, and have the energy to do so, which is nice. The issue is, you know, you might come across some challenges this week that, you know, kind of have you scratching your head a little bit, right? A little bit puzzled. But I feel like you will get the information you need or the truth or whatever this is to move forward. And then there's just this sense of like, you know, wanting to be in the 10 of Cups versus the 5 of Swords, because the 5 of Swords is in the reverse. This is coming out of feeling defeated or the need to win so that you could be on the same page or reconnect or connect or be happy, you know? Yeah. For others of you, you might have someone here that likes to challenge. They like a challenge. But also they can't see that kind of blocks their energy or gets in their way, you know, by always going for, you know, always trying to challenge the status quo. That's what it was, challenging the status quo. Hold on. Sorry, I got someone in the chat here. All right. Some of you might be challenging the status quo, or someone, you know, is doing that to you. And I still have the Miley Cyrus song in my head, so some of you are dealing with the Sag or on the cusp. Don't live for my freedom. I do like that you're going to be moving forward here, okay, regardless. You're going to get the information you need. Someone may try to challenge you and then come to find out you're right. And they got to say you're right. Doesn't that stink? When you go to challenge someone and then it turns out they were right and you're like, oh, crap. You know, that might be what's going on here, or, you know. Yeah. Okay, so could be dealing with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sag. That's what I feel here. Alrighty. Aquarius. Aquarius. Aquarius, you have the Queen of Wands here, which is all about tapping into your creative side, your creative nature. It's funny that there's a picture of a sunflower here because the song Sunflower by Post Malone came up in your December reading. So, yeah, this is a very passionate energy. This is confidence. This is putting it out there, you know, but be careful it doesn't come off as arrogance, because that's a possibility. You know, anytime you have this fired up energy here, others of you might be dealing with the fire sign, so we will see. And then you have the 12th house of surrender. So this is all about your subconscious mind, compassion, empathy, forgiveness, which is so funny because I just posted a meme about forgiveness for, it's like for the year 2020, and it's on my tarot page on Facebook. I felt that message, and I'm an Aquarius, so that makes sense to me. It also talks about karma, the unseen, healing, spirituality, you know, letting go of guilt, meditation and prayer, and surrender, you know. Now, you have the King of Pentacles, really, paired with the Tower. Then you have the Devil. It's in the reverse, so that's good. It's interesting because for the weekend love reading, and you were only able to view it if you're a member, but for my members only, I did a weekend love reading, and for Aquarius, the King of Pentacles came out as well, the person you were dealing with. So it's interesting that it's out again. Two of Swords in the reverse. So let's see, I've got Capricorn energy here now, Scorpio energy, fire. And then, oh my God, look at all these reversals. Every single one of these is reversed except the King of Pentacles. So Aquarius, it's actually good that the Devil's in the reverse. The Page of Swords is in the reverse, but you're totally blocked off. Like seriously, like either you're blocking off your own intuition, or you're blocking off communication, or you're just blocked. Your energy is completely blocked. And so it's so interesting that the surrender card is here. I feel like in a positive way, you are trying to surrender to things that trying to surrender things that no longer serve you, breaking toxic ties, trying to break any toxic addictions if you have any, trying to cut off, any type of negative vibes, I feel, and willing to turn your back to do so. But at the same time, with the Chariot in the reverse, there's no movement yet. So I think like it's in your energy that you want to do this, but I think that you've not really taken action on doing it just yet. Okay. And then let's go back to this, the King of Pentacles and the Tower energy. So I feel like, there might be something very unexpected or like an unstable type of vibe here that kind of wakes you up to the reality of things that you've allowed to perpetuate in your life, things that you've succumbed to that you should not have done, and getting an awakening about that this upcoming week. And that forces a surrender is what I feel. So that is a heavy freaking reading, just like the rest of them. This is going to be an interesting week, y'all. I don't think any of the zodiac signs got light messages here. Now, some of you could be dealing with someone, it's a masculine energy. Usually I see the King of Pentacles as the unavailable man or woman. But it could be just the energy that this person's in. I feel like if you're dealing with someone else, Aquarius, you are trying to turn your back on that connection, okay? And not really wanting to address any of the issues or address any, you're just not open to it. And I feel like this person is unstable. They may appear stable or want to appear stable, but they're unstable. And now I have that song in my head again. The Ambassadors, Unsteady. This is like the millionth reading that song. And listen, I like the song, don't get me wrong. But it's been in my head so much over the past, like a week or two. Like I said, I ended up adding it to my Spotify list because I couldn't get the song out of my head. And I'm like, in my mind, like, why won't this song go away? And that is the song, Unsteady. So I'm sorry, I want to know what the Tower is about. Oh, Aquarius, here you are in the reverse. Look at this depiction. You see that ghost here? Like there's somebody watching you, Aquarius. There is somebody watching you, Aquarius, and it could be on a spiritual plane. And I don't mean to get like all esoteric on you, but I feel like it's like in a dream state, or it's an elusive connection, to say the least, all right? And an unstable one at that. But I feel like if, there is a sadness here. If you're no longer speaking to someone, Aquarius, they miss you. Point blank, period. Or you, they, And then the Ten of Wands, Jesus, and the Six of Swords. Thank goodness for the Six of Swords. I'm glad I pulled more cards. So I feel like the energy here is really stagnant, Aquarius. Kind of stuck in this toxic type of mentality or connection for some of you, okay? But I feel like you're completely blocking it out. It's just too heavy. I feel nauseous right now. Like all of a sudden, I'm sweating and I feel nauseous. Like that may be what this person does to you, or this situation does to you. Like it just creates anxiety. And so you're trying to block it out, but not really being successful with that. But I do see an eventual movement forward here. And separating yourself from it. And it's only after you somewhat surrender to it, which is weird. It's like this is one of those situations where you can feel it and you can sense it, and you know that there's something there or there's a connection there, but you have no tangible proof of it. You know what I'm saying? And it's unnerving to me, I feel. But yeah, there might be some unstable energy for sure. Now, the good news is this is going to allow you to release, any of this toxic energy, to finally cut that cord, that energetic cord, if you've needed to, that you've carried around for so long. And it may not feel like things are moving forward, Aquarius, but things are going to be shifting and moving forward. Also, if you've held any resentment, guilt, or anger, you're releasing that as well, which is good, because that will help clear your energy. And that's exactly what the meme that I posted on my Facebook was about forgiveness. And yeah, so go check that out. Could be dealing with, like I said, Scorpio, Capricorn, another Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Cancer. Could be Virgo, Taurus, and small possibility of fire. All right. Whew. Yeah, I gotta take a drink of water. I just feel, that's how I feel right now. Like my stomach hurts. My tummy. Pisces. You know what I need? Chicken and a biscuit. That'll make my tummy feel better. I could be a spokesperson for chicken and a biscuit. I'm just saying. Thank you, Nedja. I think I said your name right. Pisces. I'm always so hungry on Sundays. It's weird. It's because I starve myself during the week. And I'm not starving myself on purpose, but I'm an air, I'm triple air. I'm Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Aquarius sun, Libra moon, Gemini rising. So I am so stuck in my head all the time. I never think about eating. I just like, I would rather be like doing something else. Like to me, during the week, that's how I am. It's like go, 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 go. And I don't really think about eating too much. But then when the weekend comes, especially on Sunday, I'm like, I'm like the Hamburglar or something. You know, I just want to eat everything I see. Anyways, ADD. Pisces. 10 of Swords here in the reverse, so that's good. 7 of Cups here. So this talks about endings, okay, but it's in the reverse. And then this talks about choices. Some of you simply can't make the choice to end something. You know, you may want something to end and yet it doesn't end. It's like a confusing energy, a looping type of energy. I almost feel like I want to say, will this ever end? That's what I want to feel. That's what I feel. So what is that about? Then you have Cancer here. It could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or air sign. That's what I have out so far. It could be any zodiac sign, though. It's a general read. This energy talks about your feelings, sympathy, comfort. It's a very intuitive energy. It reminds me of you, Pisces. Very tender, protective type of energy, very family-oriented energy, but it's also a very introverted energy, and it can be somewhat defensive. So you could be dealing with someone like that, or that could be your energy. And sometimes when we're confused or we're having trouble letting go of things, we can become quite sensitive and defensive, you know, so watch that energy. Certainly nothing wrong with introverting, and Pisces, you're naturally an introvert. Most Pisces are. That's where they prefer to be. And so that's kind of right up your alley, right? I think that you're having a difficult time choosing to allow something to end. And I think that it's mostly on a mental level, mental and emotional level. You know, torturing yourself with the same thoughts or thinking or looping or something to do with that. It's like refusing to let something end or not letting something go. What is it? So then you have the Ace of Pentacles here, the Three of Wands in the reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. So I like that the Ace of Pentacles is here. There's an opportunity being presented to you this week, okay? I feel like you're going to choose to kind of hold off, though. That's what I was feeling earlier. Like, there's still something there. You're having a difficult time making choices this week. That's for absolute sure. It's like you see that there's another opportunity here, whether that be in work or love, or there's something being presented to you, but you're not ready to act on it just yet. Maybe you need to build more or learn more or wait longer for whatever reason that is, because you have the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. You haven't quite built up what you need to build up to grab that opportunity, I feel. Why? Let's see. Then you have the Knight of Wands, the Fool card in the reverse. That's, yeah, you don't want to take the chance. You don't want to take, and then the Queen of Cups in the reverse, yeah. You're going to pass on an opportunity, I feel. Maybe because you don't have all of the information. Maybe because there's confusion here. But it's not wanting to take that risk, not wanting to take that leap. Which, if you don't have all of the information, then that's not a bad thing. You know, that's a good thing that you're not being impulsive. I feel like this is an action-oriented energy and going for what you want, but also knowing when to stop putting your energy out there. And it's all about that balance, I feel, this week. The Queen of Cups in the reverse, this is closed off emotionally or turning your back not wanting to work on things, not wanting to make decisions, not wanting to be something to end, not allowing something to end. If you're dealing with another person, they may be coming through trying to offer you a commitment or something new or a new opportunity, and you're not willing to take that risk, I feel. I feel you're in kind of like an introverted type of energy. And it can be vice versa. So you might be presenting an opportunity to someone that's not willing to take that risk yet and is closed off emotionally, which therefore doesn't allow things to come to a natural end. I feel like it doesn't allow for a new cycle to begin. There's too many choices or too much confusion energy here. What in the world? Yeah, Four of Wands in the reverse. So, something's not coming together here. And why is Pisces closed off? Well, you know what? No choice is a choice. That's what I feel. No decision is a decision. That's essentially what it is. You kind of went passive on this situation, and that in turn creates the judgment, the decision. The decision is that you're not going to work on this. Not this week anyways. Yeah. I feel somewhat of a protective energy here. Whew. Now I feel anxious again. Oh. I think you don't want to be vulnerable, Pisces. Or you don't want to make the wrong decision, so you don't make a decision. But by doing that, you're making a decision. See? Ten of Swords is on the bottom of the deck in the reverse. What are the odds of that? It's almost like, well, that didn't work out for me in the past, so I'm not going to make that decision again. But then you're also not making a conscious choice to necessarily move forward either. Or this person isn't. I'm going to call this reading risk aversion. So it could be dealing with a Libra, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Gemini, Aries, Leo, Sag. Small possibility of Earth. Whew! We did it. That's all of the signs. Aries through Pisces. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I am going to go eat some chicken and a biscuit. I think I get to go out to eat today, which I'm very excited about. I hope you guys enjoyed that. The mid-Decembers will probably start coming out next week. Actually, what's today? They'll probably start coming out this week, probably midweek towards the weekend. So you can expect that. If you would like to become a member, you can join my members only club and get additional readings, live chats, behind the scenes stuff. Just some alone time with your girl, If not, you're not interested in that, totally fine. You can subscribe, it's free, and get all of the updates when I upload videos. You can share, please do share, and subscribe. See, my brain's not working. You can also buy merchandise if you click on the box below with the pink hoodie. You can get your hoodie with your own Zodiac sign there. Check out my Facebook and Instagram accounts if you want to check me out there, as well as my other YouTube. I'm all over the place, guys. So no reason not to watch. I have a Tarot Talks page. It's more of a vlog page. All of that is linked down in the description box below for your clicking pleasure. Otherwise, thank you for joining me, guys. Wishing you the very, very best. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.